Sasha, well, things are about to start winding up here as people make their way to the screening. These films are known for their length, and this one is no different. It's 2.5 hours long. In fact, if you watched all 6 films together, it's more than 17 hours of viewing, and I'm sure that there'll be fans around the world doing just that sort of thing, that movie marathon, in the lead up to this film being released to the public on December 11th.
Laura, what's the mood like down there?
Sasha, well, there's been a lot of excitement from the fans who are so loyal to these films, of course for the crew who want to see the product of their work, many of whom have worked on all 6 films.
It's over half our working careers, and when we set off on this crazy odyssey, we could never have imagined it would become all of this, but it's been a joyful and delightful experience, and one that I would never want to have missed out on.
So, Sasha, obviously a bit of sadness there as well that this is the last Middle-earth film, and what a journey it's been.
Well, it's a huge day for the team at Weta Workshop as the final instalment of the Hobbit trilogy premieres here and in London simultaneously. The man behind the screen magic, special effects guru Sir Richard Taylor joins us now from the Capitals event. So, Richard, good morning to you. Now, I've been instructed to talk loudly because it's obviously a wee bit noisy where you are. How big is today? You know, this isn't just another premiere. This is the end of the Tolkien journey.
Well, it's an incredible day for all of us. I think it's been about 16 years since we set out on this crazy odyssey that's expanded and grown as we've gone along. And to see it all conclude here at the Roxy in Miramar, where it all started, is just fantastic. An incredible turnout and great feeling of festivities.
Yeah, you mentioned how you're in Miramar, and obviously the main big premieres going on in London at the same time. You know, on the balance of things, are you happier where you are rather than being at the red carpet event in London?
I'm definitely happier where I am, and I can imagine some of the filmmakers that are in London would probably be lamenting that they're not sharing it here back in New Zealand, because obviously to spend time with your friends and celebrate is much cooler than being on the other side of the world where you're distant from all the people that actually made it happen. And it's lovely to be here amongst my colleagues, my friends, and all the people that have been along on the journey with us.
How do you watch premieres, Richard? I mean, are you able to relax now and just enjoy the film, or do you still look at it going, oh, that could have been slightly better there? I mean, you know, how can you enjoy a premiere?
I can. I always feel it's a little disingenuous to the people that have made the film if you're too analytical and pick it apart right at the end. We like to think that you've done the finest job you possibly could up until the moment that it's taken out of your hands, the bit that you're doing, and that's all you can offer. So hopefully we sit and enjoy it today and just forget about the past few years of making it and enjoy it for the incredible experience it will be.
Do you sometimes like watching other people in the premiere, people who you know haven't seen any of this yet, and actually trying to gauge their reactions to it? Does that give you a lot of pleasure? Because at the end of the day, that's why you're doing it.
Exactly. You don't set out to make a film to win an award or garner accolades. You make it to entertain people around the world. You make it to bring a special slice of entertainment to people for those 3 hours. And hearing people's reactions and enthusiasm for something that you've toiled so hard on is a really critical and enjoyable part of it. Going out to the conventions around the world and hearing from the fans how significantly these movies have changed their lives have an impact, and you can bring those stories back to New Zealand and share it with your friends.
Richard, I want to ask you about where you are. Of course, we talked earlier in the show about how important and dear the Roxy is to your heart and to many of the people who you work with in Miramar. You've got something planned for those who aren't able, obviously, to be at this special premiere, to be able to, I don't know, keep them sort of satiated up until the movie officially opens?
Yeah, absolutely. My wife Tanya and her partner Jamie built the Roxy. They built it in an effort to give something back to the community of Miramar and the people of Wellington, to acknowledge where it all started all those years ago. Miramar has been incredibly good to us as a group of filmmakers, and so the premiere being held here is a very important thing for all of us. And then the fact that they have gone on and done incredible entertainment on the front of the building to bring in and share this experience with those that can't attend the premiere. I think it's pretty amazing of them to have gone to such an effort, and wonderful that both Roadshow and Warner's have agreed to hold it here in this small cinema instead of trying to garner the huge numbers that would be achieved at a bigger cinema in central Wellington.
Of course.
It's a wonderful festive experience.
Very quickly, Sir Richard, because I've run out of time, are we going to, the fans, are we going to be left satisfied, or are we going to be left panging for more?
No, I'm sure that Peter has wrapped up this film so that he concludes the 6-part journey and everyone will feel satisfied.
Have a great morning, Sir Richard Taylor. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, and cheers to everyone.
Own little celebration at the Wellington screening, of course, at the Roxy. Now, this morning joins me Peter Hambleton and John Callen. They're in Wellington. Can you guys hear me all right? I know it's quite busy there.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How does it feel to be at this premiere, the final Hobbit film?
Well, it's outstanding. Every single one of these films is outstanding, and what we love about being here is the fact that here we are in the middle of Middle Earth.
Yes, indeed. And it's wonderful to be here. There's a great mix of people here this morning. Some of the actors, our fellow dwarf actors, production people, crew, and fans as well. So much an important part of the mix, and we're having a lovely time, and just so excited about going in to see that last movie.
We've seen bits and pieces of the film. We haven't seen the whole film, so we're as excited as everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't realise. So you haven't seen it in its entirety, so you will be very excited to see how the final cut comes out. How does this premiere feel? How is it different to the other ones, with that sense, knowing that this is the last one?
I think it's going to be very emotional in lots of ways. I mean, story-wise, I've been saying to people that you need to take a box of tissues, but also certainly for the whole team, the massive team that have worked on these movies. Well, now, if you're looking at the whole Middle-earth movies over 16 years, those of us that have worked the last 3 on them are going to be experiencing mixed emotions, a great pride, but also it's a farewell as well to an extraordinary part of our lives, and but it's something fantastic to celebrate as well for all Kiwis.
Yeah, people have asked us what is in the third film, and somebody said, actually, if you want to know what's in the third film, read the book. Apparently there's a book of these films.
Who would have thought?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe not. How close-knit is the family now? I mean, you say you've been together filming for many years, some of you. Is it going to be hard to sort of break up the wee Hobbit family?
I think we will always feel like we're part of this family. It's been a very intense experience working together with all these amazing people for the past 3 years, and for some of us we get invited to fan conventions and meeting face to face with the fans in various parts of the world, and so the liveness and the kind of the passion involved in that whole story is going to continue to be a part of our lives, I'm happy to say.
Yeah. What is wonderful is that so many of the fans know so much about Tolkien that they are the real experts, if you like, and ultimately the fans are the people for whom we've been doing the work.
And that must be part of the magic as well, to be part of something that is so very much driven by the fans. They're pretty much the most passionate fans in the world, aren't they?
I would say so, yes. I can't think of any other group of films that has attracted so much passion and so much of a following. And one of the wonderful things about modern social media is the fact that one can have contact with people all the way around the world. It's just extraordinary, and the message messages of support and affection keep on pouring in. And here we are to share it. It's great.
Well, we're so thrilled for you, and best of luck for the premiere. Have a lovely time, and we will all see it when it comes out in cinemas as well. Pete Hambleton and John Callen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.